Who is pushing this revolution in technology? It is the richest people in the world. This is what Elon Musk says. AI and robots will replace all jobs.
Let's talk about artificial intelligence and how it's disrupting the entire creative space. For centuries, the world relied on people's creativity to create and invent art. Think about Shakespeare. He created plays such as Hamlet or Macbeth, or J.K. Rowling, who created the fantastical world of Harry Potter series. You can find this in art such as plays, books, paintings, music, or even poetry. But things have changed in the 21st century because of artificial intelligence. Now, a machine can write a short story, compose a song, create a painting, write a poem, produce a film, and even imitate the voice of a real person.
Yo, listen up. As you can see, it doesn't sound exactly like them. You know why? Because you can't change the voice, but you can't change the way they deliver their line.
While this has made invention easier, there are many controversies surrounding it. For instance, when artificial intelligence is used to aid the work of a creative writer, who takes the credit for it? Artificial intelligence or the writer? Many experts believed that for a work to be truly genuine and creative, the process with which it was developed must be devoid of any AI assistance system. In July 2026, a major publishing deal involving a Nigerian debut author, Jerry Falade, and his crime novel titled Call Me, I'll Hide the Body, collapsed after concerns arose about whether artificial intelligence had been involved in the creation of the manuscript. The book had reportedly attracted a major bidding war, with US rights deal reaching millions of dollars. But the author's agents eventually withdrawn the manuscript, saying they could no longer verify how the work had been developed and whether AI had been used. The author denied using AI to write the novel. He says he wrote the book himself and has argued that the controversy has unfairly targeted him. He also said that he used an AI tool for research, not to write the manuscript. Now, this is where everything gets complicated, because what exactly does it mean to use an AI to write a book? Does it mean when a writer uses AI to support their editing, or to brainstorm, or to rewrite a particular paragraph? Does this mean they've breached an ethical standard? At what point does AI stop being a tool and start becoming the author? This is where creativity separates human from a machine. A person sees a world, experiences things, and turns memories into plays, music, paintings, and books. Today, a machine can achieve the same thing in less coherent, nuanced, and refined manner. Artificial intelligence does not create in the same way humans do. An AI system does not wake up with a childhood memory, or fall in love, or lose a parent, or experience extreme poverty, or remember the sound of its mother's voice. It didn't grow up in a Nigerian family who ate jollof rice every Sunday. Therefore, it cannot pull from all these experiences to create something truly genuinely human. But perhaps the value of an art is not the final product, but the process with which it was done. Take for instance, two musicians who were singing a heartbreak song. One has a perfect lyrics from an AI who was giving them a perfect way to deliver their lyrics. But another person is delivering that from their own personal experience of a heartbreak. The emotional connection might be a true defining factor with the audience. How do they relate with it? How do they connect with it? The story behind it really matters more. But that doesn't mean that AI-generated work cannot move people. In fact, research suggests that people can struggle to distinguish between stories written by humans and those generated by AI. In one 2026 study, participants even rated an AI-generated story as more engaging and higher quality than a human-written one. But they also rated stories more highly when they believed a human had written them, showing that our perception of art can be influenced by what we believe about its creator. Over and over again, people are becoming less certain about what is human. This uncertainty is also at the center of the controversy surrounding the 2026 Commonwealth Short Story Prize. Jamir Nazir, a writer from Trinidad and Tobago, won the overall prize for his story titled The Serpent in the Groove, selected from over 7,800 entries. But after the announcement, the story faced public accusations that AI may have been involved in its creation. The accusations were strongly rejected by the author, and the controversy raised much bigger question about how literary organizations should establish whether a piece of writing is genuinely human-centered. The controversy became serious enough that the relationship between the Commonwealth Short Story Prize and Granta, the literary magazine that published the winning stories, came under strain. Granta later said it would no longer participate in external publishing partnerships where it did not have editorial control. The ultimate question is, what do people want? A well-written novel developed by an artificial intelligence, or the assurance that there's a human emotion behind the creation? Whatever the answer is, how can it be proven? This is where AI detector tools come in. You may have heard of software that claims to analyze a piece of writing and tell you whether it was written by artificial intelligence or not. The process is smooth. A piece of work is imputed and the software apportions a percentage of what is AI generated and human. The problem here is that this software is not always accurate, and they are also trained by humans. They can wrongly classify human writings as AI generated. So if an AI detector says that a writer probably used AI, what does that actually prove? Generative AI systems are trained on enormous accounts of existing materials such as books, articles, images, photographs, art. Many creators have also raised concerns about whether their work was used to train AI systems without their permission. Years of creative works are funneled into a system as a database that recreates writers' unique style or imitates a singer's voice. In the end, there are many questions than answers. When a book or a song becomes commercially successful, who gets credited for it? The AI or the artist? How do people react differently to AI-generated content, and how does it reflect on them? What are these rules really? What is making them? How do they reflect on the creativity of an artist, and how are they changing the creative space? Follow us for more special reports on Letus Television. I'm Adewale Olasupo. Thank you.